War is hell. The scars of war last forever. People need to protect and honor history and admit their mistakes. And it is history, and history needs to be protected. Did make this promise last year that I would be here on December 13th every year. And I brought flowers to honor the dead, and I'd like to observe. My name is Evan Kale. I'm the donor of the World War II photo album to China. Probably taken between periods of conflict. It looks like they're leisuring. In April, I donated some photographs and a Japanese knife and some other small artifacts from World War II to the Aerial Martyrs Memorial Hall in Nanjing. I then kept looking, and I found a number of World War II artifacts that were pretty rare and expensive. And I donated those to the 731 Memorial Hall. They don't belong in private collections, they belong in museums, they belong to the people. I have a Japanese knife. So with that, I am privileged and honored to donate this album in the name of peace, harmony, and friendship. I went through a terrible thing to make this photo. I uploaded a video, and within 24 hours it was going global. I was getting death threats. The US media ran me into the ground with running with these accusations about me, that this was me using a war crime to get famous, for the fact that people got it wrong about me, that this wasn't about fame, that I just wanted to do the right thing. The fact is, World War II still plays a huge matter in modern day geopolitics. Japan did a terrible thing and they have not made amends to it. You clearly have an issue that is an open wound, and I really hope that changes. Over the last year, I've been to specific locations involved with World War II. Example, the Memorial Hall for the victims of the massacre in Nanjing by Japanese aggressors. I got to see the whole memorial hall, but like down in the basement. I didn't know that it was an actual tomb where there's people's bodies. So seeing that in real life was pretty shocking. I went to 731 and I got to see that memorial hall as well. I participated in the movie 731. I had a minor role. I also was at the premiere of Dead to Rights, and then I went and saw the film set, which I believe they're keeping up for a couple years, and it's like a 1-to-1 scale of the destruction to give you an idea of what it was like to be in such a terrible situation. My 2 words to summarize my 2025 are busy and productive. Busy because I've been to over 40 cities in the last year. I'm constantly on the move traveling around China. And productive because when they think of Americans, it seems they think of me, and I think that's wonderful. I was pretty impressed to see the parade in September. I'd never seen a display of military force like that. I've never seen so many military vehicles and stuff. It was something unlike anything I've seen certainly in America, so that was impressive. Warm, belonging, fulfilling, gratifying. So coming to China and being so positively received after going through so much negativity and enduring so much mental and emotional pain from all this was part of my healing journey. And it's great to be treated so well after being run through the mud so badly.
故人细数王乎喽，
爱下难宁还容易。My best memories, let me think here. Zhangjiajie is definitely one of them because it was so beautiful. I've learned a lot about Chinese culture. The US media says that China has no ethnicity and diversity. And if you go to Guangxi and you participate in Sanyue-san, you see that's not the case. So that cultural aspect was very eye-opening for me. I had 2 friends that came here from America to visit me, and I took them to the Forbidden City and kind of all over Beijing. And so seeing those historical sites is always good. And I mean, I've been all over the country, so I've seen lots of historical things, lots of beautiful things, and it's always an adventure with me. One thing that has stood out to me is how few Westerners I see traveling here, and I think that has to do with the media bias and the lack of understanding. So using my platform, I'm doing all I can to change that. Keep doing what I'm doing and continue learning all about China and building up my influence so that I can continue doing this mission of diplomacy and peace and friendship, not just between the United States and China, but hopefully between more nations. And I hope over the century our species can come more close together. 2025再见。